All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Doing this stream at a little bit of an off time today because I wasn't able to do it this morning, and so I figured it'd be fun to hop on a stream anyway, even though a lot of people probably aren't going to be here, but that's all right. So, so today we're going to be working on just tweaking some random things for the demo. Right now I'm sort of in the middle of changing my UI, and so probably we'll be doing a lot of that today, and just generally tweaking things as I find them. I've got a whole list of things actually that I need to do in order to get the demo ready. So my goal is to have an updated demo for Gunforged available by the end of this month. There's really not a whole lot of work to do, but I want to get the game as close to final in terms of its feel and how it plays and the content and all that stuff by the end of November. And then the goal is that by the end of December, I'll have all of the final content built out and ready to ship full, ready for people to buy and to play the full version of the game. So that's the plan. That timeline may be at risk. It may end up being, I'll release Gunforged by the end of January, but we're definitely getting down to the very last bits of it. So with all of that said, I'm just going to mention very quickly that I have my Udemy courses available for sale. So if you want to support my work, that's a great way to do it. There's also a bunch of non-paid ways of supporting me. All the links for those things are in the description below. I think I'd just call out Wishlist Gunforged and sign up for my email list. And again, check out those Udemy courses if you're interested. And with that, let's get right into it. Hello, Emerson. Good to see you. Welcome back to the stream. Just got off from work. Excellent. Now you can chill, get your dinner. Anyway, so let's see. Hello, Eric Grove Art. Howdy to you as well. Game Dev Doggy, good to see you. All right, so I'm currently working on changing my menus here. I'm kind of borrowing this chain style that I had for the Wave Complete screen. So the idea is that I'm going to just redo everything because I don't like any of the menus. Like if I go here, so now I've got this and I can go to the options. This doesn't work, but I think what I want to do is try to do different art for the buttons as well, because I don't really like these red buttons anymore. And I should actually... Do I have... Oh. Cursor lock component. Let's put that in the pause menu as well. I think that will change the cursor from a crosshair to an arrow. Yes, perfect. Good. Okay, so that's good. Let's get these buttons working again. So I'm just going to delete this old panel container there. Mark all those as unique. And I just duplicated those from what was there before. So that should just work now. So if I do this, options. So yeah, this whole screen needs to be done or needs to be changed. Resume, quit. That quit button needs to change as well. I'm going to get rid of this main menu. I spent so much time doing the pixel version of the logo, but yeah, I'm going to get rid of this menu. I don't think there's any point. I'm just going to drop the player right into the game. And then from there, the player can change their options or whatever. Oops. Goodness, can I click the right button? So late today, yeah. I wasn't able to stream this morning, and I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow morning either. I might change... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really at the point where I can do a consistent stream schedule, so that's... Maybe I should get on that. But anyway, so I've got this. If I do quit. Yeah, so I'll just drop the player right into the game. So let's actually do that. I think what I want to do... Well, let's commit this first. I forgot to commit that from when I was working on it earlier. I want to probably add a way of quitting the game in here. I probably shouldn't put it here, but I'm going to anyway. So I'm putting a quit game in the game events. And then in here, in the pause menu rather, instead of quit changing to the main menu, we are simply going to do game events.quitGame. So this is just going to drastically simplify everything. I'm not very good at designing menus, so not designing a main menu is going to help. Oops, I keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Might keep those disabled there. And just do game events.quit just in case. Alrighty. Okay. So, do I want to try to redraw these buttons now? Oh, I'm going to have to change that quit behavior based on whether I'm currently in a run or whether I'm at the hub level. So that's something that I'm going to need to do. Maybe I'll write that down in my little board here. Let's go ahead and do that. Make pause menu quit work differently during run versus during a hub level. Okay. Alrighty, so let's try maybe redrawing the buttons a little bit. I'm gonna see how that works. How are the game progress? It's good. Yeah, it's going well. Currently working towards getting the new demo available, so by the end of November is when I want to have the new demo. Have you ever done a 3D game in Godot? I have not. I want to do this, but I need to learn 3D before I do that. Is this ClickUp? No, that's this is Obsidian with the Obsidian Kanban board. Hello, Tupa. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and I just started learning 3D in Godot. It's quite more complicated compared to 2D. Yeah, I think that's right. There's just a lot more going on. There's a lot more art you need to do. Animations are different. It's a lot more effort, I think. I want to do it at some point, but 2D is just so much easier to do. So now I gotta go find where my buttons are for my UI. Assets, UI. Buttons. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. It looks like I kind of had the idea here for these to be thicker buttons. So I'm gonna try that. So I'm just going to commandeer what's here. So these are the 3 states. So I actually want to basically just recolor these. I'm going to try making these the same color as the panel, but make them look elevated. Actually, that purple looks pretty good. what does the panel look like? I should open that up. Oops, not new. Open. Where would that panel be? It's not in there. The panel is not in the panels.asprite. That's weird, huh? UI.asprite. Okay, this is like nothing. What is this? Okay, it's not that. I suppose I should actually look into what the actual asset is called. Was it really not in panels? Maybe I just missed it. I might have missed it. Okay, let me check something. So this, I need to go to my theme here. Theme. I'm looking for the ingot panel. Ingot panel container. This is using the UI passive ingot. Oh, I see. Oh, I didn't initially design it as a UI panel. That's why it's not in the right place. So if I go to UI passive, here we go. Okay. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is just to have the colors. So grab that color, fill that in there. Grab that color. I don't know, I feel like those colors are actually better. I might actually... I'll keep the colors as they are right now, actually. See how I like them before I change anything. Okay, so this now, we're gonna make this a lighter color for the hover. And then we're gonna make it darker. When it's pressed. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to actually shift this down a little bit as well. So over one, down one. Actually, that's not doing what I wanted to do. I want to shift it over like that and then down like that. And then bring this. Hold on, I'm messing it up. One of these days I'll get it. Down, over. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. Thank you for struggling through that with me. So I just want to make it look like it's been, I don't know, I guess you could say pressed inward. We're going to delete this side of it as well. Hopefully this all comes together when I do the actual UI theming part of this, but I guess we'll see. So can I do an export here? Buttons.png. All right, we're going to try it out. How do you get the right size for pixel art? For example, your snake boss from your deep dive video, you seem to just get the right sizing. In comparison to your other sides pretty easily. Yeah, that's a good question. So I think just picking your tile size and then loosely basing everything around that tile size is helpful. So my tile sizes in Gunforged are 32 by 32. I think that the player, if I'm not mistaken, is like just over one tile high. So if I turn this on, what is my grid step here? 8. So that's 16, 32. No, my character actually fits. Does my character fit within a single tile? Yeah, it seems like my character fits roughly within a single tile. So my player character is basically on a 32 by 32 canvas as well. And then I can kind of just judge based on that size, like what everything else should be in relation to the player. So oftentimes for the bigger enemies will be like a tile and a half tall. And so my goal is to like try to fill that amount of canvas. For the snake, it's like, well, you know, the head should probably be a little bit bigger than the player, and then you can make everything proportional to the head. Admittedly, like when I was doing the snake boss, that's not really something that I was thinking that much about. Maybe just because I've gotten used to how to judge the sizes. But I think what you'll notice in that video too is that what I did is I used like very basic shapes first before I added detail. And part of the reason that I did that is to make sure that the scale is good with respect to the player before I put a bunch of effort into adding detail and actually drawing the finer pieces of the art. So I would definitely recommend doing that, like before committing to details and whatnot. Just block out the size, the rough size that you want the entity or the enemy to be, and then see how it works in your game. How are you feeling these days going full indie after leaving your job? My company still doing layoffs, but I'm safe for now. If something like this happens to me, I would go indie for a time as well. Yeah, it's I'm feeling great about it, honestly. It's going well. It helps that I've got some income coming in from Udemy, so that slows the rate at which I'm going through my savings as well. But I still need to make more money, so that's a challenge that needs to be, you know, beaten, I guess you could say, by me. But I'm having fun, and it's kind of low pressure. I don't have a family to take care of or anything like that. So, you know, I'm in a different situation compared to a lot of people. And if I run out of money, I'll just go and find a different job, hopefully. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good right now, but ask me again, I guess, in 6 months if I'm getting down to the end of my money. Hello, Rin, welcome. Really liked your last video on pixel art. Thank you. Glad you liked it. Finally here on time. How's it going? It's going good, Vidra. How are you? I'm enjoying myself. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, I want to try to get these buttons in place. Admittedly, I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now. I'm still recovering I had surgery at the beginning of the month. So the last couple of weeks have been mostly recovering, but I'm trying to power through it. So let's see. I'm going to want to open up my theme again. Let's see. So we've got buttons. I probably want to, what does the button secondary look like? Here's what I probably want to do. Let's go to my pause menu. And then let's change at least one of these to button secondary. Okay, well, that doesn't look right. What does button secondary do? Does that even do anything? I might have to clean up some of this theme stuff. Interesting. I'm gonna have to create a new theme variant for this new button type. So let's see if I can remember how to do this. Ingot button, add type. We're going to select a base type of probably texture button. Is there no such thing as a texture button? Am I hallucinating that? Texture button. Yeah, there's a texture button. But these are just normal buttons. Okay, I probably can just use normal buttons, actually. Okay, so base type button. Okay, so now we've got all these things that we can override here. Oh, goodness. All right. There's a bunch of annoying things with this UI system. I would say that the worst parts about Godot, really, in terms of UX, are this UI theming system, and then the tile map system is still a little bit wonky. But, you know, it's getting improved over time. Have you heard of Karate Survivors on Steam? I have a question about your Udemy course in that game. I have not heard of that, but if you want to send your question anyway, maybe I can answer some of it. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's change this resume button here to ingot button there. All right, let's try it out. So we're going to go for the normal state, override that, new style box texture. Okay. Our texture is going to be our buttons.png. Axis stretch. So sub-region here. This doesn't look like there's any rhyme or reason to what I've done here. So we're just going to do pixel snap. There we go. So that's what our resume button looks like now. So the problem is that this is asymmetrical. So I'm going to need to find a way to make it not asymmetrical. So let's do this. For this button here, for this resume button, layout. Container sizing, we're going to do shrink begin. Okay, so you can see how is there actually that much of a differential here? That's a 3 pixel gap and that's a 2 pixel gap. Interesting. Texture margins, expand margins. Stretch is fine. Content margins. Okay, so I can control the content margins here. So I could do 4 instead to give it a 2 pixel padding there. Although I probably actually want to increase this. Let's do like 8. And then from the right, let's do 6. Does that create a good... That's 6 pixels there. Okay, this actually needs to be 8 as well, I suppose. So that's 6, and that's 6 there. I'm going to actually increase that even more. And then from the top, let's do 10. No. Nope. Let's do 8. And the bottom 8 as well. I'm just going to measure this as well. So that's 6 there. That's 7. So let's turn that down. We'll just make sure that these are all... It should be centered within this gray part of the button. And then those content margins are going to provide some default padding, which is nice. So now what I can do is I can set this back. Well, I guess I don't need to set it back just yet. Let's see if we can get the other styles working here. So if I do copy there, we want to override the hover state. Paste, we want to make this unique. And then go to the style box texture, sub-region, edit region. And then in here, I'm going to do the same thing. Highlight that. Texture region should be the same. Okay, close that. And the tricky one now is going to be the pressed. So if I add the pressed, paste it there, make unique. Sub-region, edit region. So here now, I moved this down how many pixels? Did I just move it over 1 pixel? I moved it down and over 1 pixel. So I think what I need to do is that. So you see I'm leaving a gap here. And the idea is that if it covers the same width in the same region, what should actually be produced is an effect that looks like the button has like been pressed inward. But I don't know if that's actually going to work. So we're going to try it out. I wonder if I should move this. Move that down. Move that down. I hope that doesn't mess anything up. I guess we'll find out. Can I add a preview item here? Oh, shoot. Okay, I guess I can't. Well, YOLO. We'll try it in this menu. Do you think I can make a game similar with the knowledge of your course? I want to make a 2D beat 'em up arcade, but love survival style games. This is both. Beat 'em up arcade. I think you'll learn a lot. Well, Eric is giving you some good feedback here, but I think, you know, the thing about the Survivors course is that I think it teaches you a lot of the systems that you can easily adapt to a game of that type, because you're still going to learn the basics of like hit boxes and hurt boxes and how to get different abilities and upgrades and everything. The combat is probably ultimately going to change, but I would encourage you, like I make a point of making a lot of the lessons free to preview. So I would recommend going to the Udemy course and just watching a couple of the videos, see if it contains the kind of information that you think is going to be useful for you. And then based on that, make your decision if you want to get the course. I feel hesitant to promise you that you're going to be able to adapt to making a, you know, like a game of the type that you're describing, but the course does contain a lot of really good information about the systems behind those kinds of games. So I think that's the best I can say, honestly, because again, I don't want to make you a promise that I'm not necessarily going to be able to keep, you know. But yeah, that's what I would say about that. Yeah, exactly. The course will introduce you to a lot of concepts and utilization of Godot. That's right. I've started the course. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I would encourage you get pretty far in the course. Try to deviate from it when you're ready into more of the style of the game that you want to create. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me in the in the Q&A or the DMs or whatever. Okay, so the problem with the way that this is working now is that the resume button or the resume text is not changing. The button is being pressed inward like I want it to be. I don't know how well you can see that on a stream, but so the button's getting pressed inward, which is great because I think that looks good. But I need to make that text move as well. I think that's going to just be as simple as changing the content margin to have one more pixel in the top and then one more pixel in the left. I think that's going to work. Of course, no way to tell without testing it. Dang it. There's a little delay before it plays the animation. Oh, that's good. I like how it cuts off the E right there randomly. That's nice. Oh wait, did I need to go the other way with it? This was 12 and this was 6. Oh, you know what? Maybe I do need to do, let me do 13 here, 11 here. And then, shoot, I'm gonna have to go back. Normal is what? 12, 8, 12, 7. So 12, 8, 12, okay. Okay, so the left, we'll increase that by 13, then decrease the right by 11, then increase the top by 1, and decrease the bottom by 1. So we're kind of shifting everything over. I don't know. I have no clue if that's going to work. I have no clue. Oh, look at that. It worked. So now the text is moving with the button when it gets inset. So just playing with the content margins has fixed that. That's good. Now we got to figure out what we're doing about the text itself. What I want to do probably is, so for all the variations of the text, well, let's do this actually. Font. I wonder if I could use Skullboy bitmap padded. Padded disabled, padded red. So I could use that font there, but I have to probably come up with different fonts for the different hover states. And do I want to do that? That's the question. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I probably need to. That does look good though. I mean, it kind of looks the same as all that, so maybe the buttons should be somewhat different. I'm actually curious. I might, instead of using that color, what if I use a yellow instead? And then maybe instead of purples down here, I use kind of like an orange. Like so. Is that going to look better? I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to remove the corner of all these as well. Yeah, I feel like there needs to be... Shoot. I feel like there needs to be a little bit of something extra on the side here. Like a little shadow or something. Is that going to help? Of course, I have to also change the content margins as well. The UI is really, really annoying sometimes, but hey, that's how it goes. So now I need to actually increase this like that. Oops, dang it, I hate that. There we go. I'm just gonna see what that looks like. It may not even look that good. There's not a whole lot of contrast between that shadow, but that kind of does make it look better. Yeah, so I gotta... Okay, I'll just update all these. I think the shadow does look better. Makes it look more like it's actually inside of the ingot there, so I'll just have to change all these up. The content margin, let's just turn it down to 11. Well, actually, is that right? That's 10 there, and that's 11 there. So I need to turn that up to 13 so that this is 11 and 11. That's 5. That's 5. Okay. All right. Back to this. So hover, what was this again? I got to do 13 on the right, and then I have to change the region to, oops. Need to export that. There we go. Okay, and then final one for the pressed. The right needs to go up 1. I think that's right. Did I need to, should I have been changing the bottom margin too? Oh goodness, I'm getting lost. It's okay. There we go. Well, if it looks good, it is good. So we'll see if it looks good. Something's funky with that one. Okay, I think that's looking fine. There's just a minor issue. Oh, I think I know what the issue is. That hovered, or that hover one, I think I need to edit this region. Yeah, this needs to go over 1. Perfect. Okay, now we got to figure out if we can change that font. I don't think we can. That's going to be the tricky thing. We don't have any ability to change the font based on the hover state or the pressed state. So that's going to throw a wrench into my plan. Is there an individual override of the font? I might have to do that override myself. That's interesting. Why can't you change the font based on the hover state? Well, I don't have to use this font. I could go back to doing something like this and just try to make do with that. Let's see if I can make that work instead. So font color. That works. Font outline color. Oh, the outline color doesn't change based on the pressed state either. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's just take a look at what this looks like. Did you make the font? I did not make the font. I mean, I did a bitmap font. For like this. So I did that, but that was based on a real font, and I just added like shading and shadows to that. I tell you what, I liked... This is... Oh man, this is gonna be... I think I'm gonna have to try to swap the font out myself. That's unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my theme here. I'm going to undo these overrides here. Put this font back in. Oh, I got to override it first. So I think that looks really good. I just need to be able to change the color now. So I need to figure out how to do that. Okay. Let's do a little experiment first just to make sure that this is actually going to work. So what I'm going to do is in my pause menu script here, I'm going to add some signal handlers. So resume button dot is hovered. I'm actually going to do this a little bit differently. If resume button dot is button pressed. Well, let's do hovered first. I need to load a font. Now I got to figure out which one it is that I need to load here. This is a font file. Okay. So font file. We're just going to load this one. So we're going to copy this path. Add theme font override. String name. I actually don't know. Add theme override. I actually don't know how to do this. Well, we'll try this. Was the resume button being shorter a conscious design choice? No, it's I'm gonna re-extend it out. I just made it shrink to its smallest size so I can check the padding on it. It's going to be oh, look at that. That actually worked. It's going to be set back to the normal size. Okay, so I guess that's how I'm going to have to do this, is I'm going to have to manually override my fonts. So my cat is snoring. That's hilarious. Okay, so I did not want to have to do this, but I'm going to have to make my own sort of like button class. So what I'm going to do is save branch as scene. Oh, it's an already instantiated scene. Oh, it's a sound button. Ew, that's gross. I came up with a much better way of doing this. So the problem is, so I guess I'll just go off on a tangent here. So this sound button here, this sound button is designed to play a sound whenever the button is clicked. And the way that I had initially decided to solve this is to make a button scene and then to have a script for that button where every time the button gets pressed, it plays a sound. But I think happened upon a better way of doing this, which is to do an auto load node, something like audio helpers, and within that auto load node to have a method that's something like register buttons, and that accepts a list or an array of buttons that you want to register, and then for that audio helper to loop over all those buttons, connect to all their press signals, and then play a sound like a UI click sound based on those button press signals. And the reason that's, I think, better is that you don't have to be concerned with instantiating your custom button scene every time, and you can just wire up those buttons in your UI script. So I just tend to think that that's probably a little bit better, because then, I don't know, I just feel icky about having like a standalone scene that's just like a button whose sole purpose is to, like, this is the entire script. I don't know. It feels weird to me. So, but I did it in Globins. I had like an audio helper that I could register all the buttons against, and that worked much better. At least in my opinion, it did. So what do I want to do here? So like this UI audio manager here, what I would do instead is, I wonder if I should just make that change now. Where is this being used? End of demo screen. End of demo. We're about to do some house cleaning. That's what this stream is for. We're going to get rid of anything related to demo completed. Get rid of anything related to demo completed. Oh, there isn't even a resource preloader here anymore. Oh, base. Oh, I'm in the wrong class. Base level. Okay, we can get rid of this end of demo screen now. All right. Where else is this used? Options menu, pause menu, options menu, pause menu, progression screen. What is that? Can we get rid of this as well? Deleting stuff is so nice. All right, this is... I'm just going to go and take a sledgehammer to everything. We're going off on a wide tangent here, but that's fine. Going off on a wide tangent. Okay. Deleting this main menu too. I'm basically just trying to delete any scene that makes use of that sound button. Okay, got rid of the progression screen. Don't save. Cool. All right, so now if I look at my sound button, if I do show in file system, view owners, I've only got it used in the options menu and the pause menu. Cool. So what I'm going to do here is make that local and then remove the script from it. And then same here, make local, disconnect script. So what that does is that basically just gives me the button back without being an instantiated scene. And so with that done, now my options menu should be the only thing that's really used, or not my options menu, my pause menu should be the only one that's using these buttons here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make all of these local as well. Oh, I can't do them all at the same time, so I got to do them one at a time. And then we're going to get rid of all those scripts. And now we're back. And so now this sound button should be used in nowhere. Look at that. Sound button gone. So what I do want to do though is I've got this UI audio manager. So let's go in here. Public static void. So this is what I was talking about. So if I do register buttons like so, I can do a button array, or I could do, maybe I should do params. Buttons. Is that how it works? How does it work? Yeah, that works. Okay. So I'll just make buttons each button an argument, and then in here buttons.pressed, or no, button.pressed plus equals play click. I probably don't need to do a lambda here, but I don't know. I kind of like that extra layer there. All right, so that's going to be functionally the same. So now if I go to my pause menu in here, the way that I use this is I basically just do UI audio manager dot register buttons, and then I do resume button, options button, quit button, and feedback button, and that's it. So now I've basically accomplished the same exact thing without needing this extra sound button here. Okay, and our tangent is almost complete now because, oops, I just saved it again. Our tangent is almost complete. Now the whole reason why I did that is because now I need to make this its own scene yet again. So if I save this branch as a scene, scenes UI, I'm going to save this as an ingot button. Go in here, ingot button. And the reason I'm doing all of this is so that I can change the font of the button dynamically based on the state that it's in. Oops, game.ui, yeah. So I'm gonna go back to my pause menu here. I should probably just, okay, let's do this. Initial ingot button work, commit that, add all those, oops. Cleanup of sound button, commit that. We might as well push all that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hovered font file out, put this in an ingot. Can I do this here? Private font file. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. So there's my hovered font file. I'm going to replace that, but I also want to do a private font file pressed font file. And we're going to load the same one in. And I'm just going to do this very simply at first. And then I'll try to avoid using the process method later, but this is just going to be more expedient for now. Oops, paste it in there. If is hovered and not button pressed, else if button pressed. We're going to add the theme font override for the pressed font file. And then else clear theme or remove theme font override font. Okay, so that is a string name, that font there. So let's do private string name theme font. Okay, so that's essentially what's going to happen here. Now let's actually just see if I did that all correctly. So what I should see is that it's going to change to a different font when I hover it. Then when I leave the hover state, what should happen is it should go back to normal. There we go. Okay. All right, we're getting there. So now obviously that font needs to change based on one of those three states. Okay, so this is what's going to be the fun part, is I have to figure out how I did that, because these are bitmap fonts that use a sprite sheet. So if I go into my A sprite here and I open this up, so let's do this. Open UI. No, I need to go to resources. Here it is. Skullboy bitmap padded 1, padded red. So if I were to open this up, for instance, that's the font here. So this is like a font file with the actual bitmap glyphs in here. And what I did one day is I went in here and I just manually added like shadows and highlights here to give it an embossed effect. But then there's something fancy that I need to do with respect to the actual font file. So let me see if I can figure this out. So if I go to my resources, we've got the Skullboy bitmap padded. So this .fnt file, I'm going to duplicate that and I'm going to say Skullboy bitmap padded ingot button hover. Oh goodness, that's a long name. But it's descriptive, so we'll go with it. So if I duplicate that font, now I believe what I'm supposed to do is go into here. No. Into here. Yeah, so this is like the font configuration here. My understanding is that this file just kind of tells, or it contains the data about where all the glyphs are situated, but this is the thing that I need to change here, this file. So I need to essentially take this file here and just save it as a different thing. Skullboy bitmap padded ingot button hover. Is that what I called it? Yeah. So hopefully that just points at the correct file now. And while I'm in here, let's load my default palette. Let's make sure that's not contiguous. Let's just choose some colors here. This will probably have to change, but we'll just try that for now. Now I have to figure out how to re-import this. Okay, you can see the color has been updated now in there. I don't know why it's not appearing in the folder though. That's kind of concerning. I wonder if I should just restart Godot and see if that opens up. Maybe it's not even a problem, but I just want to make sure everything's working smoothly here. In any case, I need to change this to be Skullboy bitmap padded ingot. Oh, thank you, Godot. Ingot button hover. So we'll give that a shot. There it is now. Okay, so yeah, it's loaded in here now. I wonder why these are set to skip. I might just re-import that. I hope that doesn't break anything. All right, let's give it a shot. There we go, the font is changing. It does appear to be growing though. Oh, maybe that's just a an optical illusion, but I need to figure out what a good set of colors would be for this. Maybe if I do something that's more red instead of orange. I think I need to go to this now, and I think I need to do re-import. Yeah, re-import is what I need to do to get that font to update. I wonder if that should actually be like white or something. Hello? Why does Godot keep ripping my focus away from me? Or maybe not white, but maybe that. Give this a shot. Maybe white is appropriate, actually. Unfortunately, there's not really a good way to test this without restarting the game a bunch of times. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, and then for the pressed, we need to do the same thing again. Gee dang it, Godot. So let's go ahead and save this as Skullboy bitmap padded ingot button pressed. Okay, and then in here, we're going to want to use probably a dark color like so, even darker there, and then maybe something like that. So we save that. I'm gonna have to duplicate this button hover here. Actually, let's do this. Import that. Import that. So we'll duplicate this one and get button pressed. Change the file name. And then re-import that. Bam. Okay, and then I need to copy this path there, and we're gonna go into the ingot button here and paste that in there. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what happens. Yo, what is this late night stream? I couldn't stream this morning, unfortunately, so figured I'd get a stream in here. It's not late night, it's only 6 o'clock here. I'm sure it's probably late night for you, though. Okay, so I think there's a minor thing I need to do here, which is that else if is hovered and button pressed, and then let's do else if has font theme override theme font. It's 10 p.m. here. Well, that's not late night either. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Good to see you, Chad. Okay, that's looking good. These buttons are turning out much better than I thought they were going to. So yeah, so we've got, I mean, maybe I should make that even darker. It's probably fine. Maybe what I'll do actually is I'll take that and just make that a little bit darker. Let's go to, oh, did Godot, what is Godot doing? Here we go. Pressed export. Oh, that's not right. Oh, that just ends up being the same. I wonder if I should just use a different color entirely for this. Why do you keep stealing my focus, Godot, please? Maybe if I just use purple instead. And then once this is done, I'll be able to replace all those buttons. That doesn't look right either. I think actually it will look fine if I just change this color. No, not that. There we go. Almost there. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. Cool. All right, let's see what happens now when I change all these buttons. Okay, let's make this a full. So we'll do layout, transform, or no, container sizing, fill. Actually, it should probably be fill here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Copy properties, paste properties. Aw, shoot. Oh, that's probably fine, actually. I actually don't need if I need to do, I don't know if I need to do this, but just to make sure all the buttons are the same. Right, the theme type variation. Ingot button, yeah. Okay, options, feedback, and quit. Nice. Let's see how it looks in game. Now, hopefully that's basically the last of the UI work I'm going to have to do, at least with respect to these kind of buttons. So resume, nice. Still have a minor problem. The chains are like blinking in at the wrong spot, but okay, so that options menu has to go. Feedback menu, that just brings up the Steam community, and of course I can do quit as well. Nice, that's looking great. I love it. I love it, love it. Much better than whatever I had before. Awesome. Now, do I want to optimize this process here? Probably not. Just leave it. It's working. It's fine. So add and get button font variations. Oh, are you serious? Wonder why I didn't capture. Oh, that's just the new line. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Okay, what are some other things that I need to do here? What are some other things? Let's take a look. Well, I probably should go to my loading screen here. Do I still have debug mode on? Maybe I'll do like a playthrough and just see how everything's looking. I think I'm still invulnerable though. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. Dungeon level. No, I gotta go to my dungeon arena. Turn off debug mode. And then player. I think I also need to turn off debug mode there, yeah. All right, let's do a playthrough and just see how everything's feeling and looking. I've got a bunch of items written down here still. Remove main menu is done. I think I'm going to call this one done. Lowrider Spider is basically done. I got to do some sound effects for him still. But let's do a playthrough. We'll do a playthrough and see what's going on here. So I currently don't have anything unlocked except for... Oh, I still have the demo feature flag on. All right, let's do this. Remove the demo feature tag from there. And then I'm going to delete my save. It'll be as if we're starting from scratch. All right, I gotta suppress that at the beginning. All right, let's do it. I missed literally every shot right there. Ooh, that just kind of appeared. Why did that happen? Oh, that's like super broken. Why is that super broken all of a sudden? Well, might have already found something that needs to be addressed. Sorry. Oh, wait, it works there. Hi, bud. Come here. Come on. Come on. See if the cat jumps up here. No? All right. I don't know why this isn't working. Why did that bug out so hard? Unfortunately, I might have to turn on the debug mode again. I was looking forward to doing a run, but then a problem immediately came up. Oh, it doesn't show that in debug mode, does it? I've had it so that if I'm in debug mode, it skips that animation for expediency, but that's not actually the best idea because I'm trying to test it. Oh. Yeah, so it's like super bugged. Ooh, it's super bugged. Okay. Why is that happening? Let's see the cat. There's a cat. Is it when the yellow beams start? No, it's just the wave complete little thing here is not animating correctly. And I don't know why that's happening. It's supposed to look like this. But for some reason, when it starts in game, it's getting all messed up. I think it's also never being freed. Oh, you know what? I know it's not being freed. Okay, hold on. Chain panel animator component. Shoot, you know what I should do? Signal, public, delegate, void, finished, event handler, emit signal, signal name, dot finished. In my wave complete screen, node, private, chain, panel animator component. Public override void ready. Chain animator component dot finished plus equals queue free. Okay, that fixes one issue. I think the problem is that it bugs out when the beams start. No, it's not related to the beams at all. I mean, it's happening around the same time, but they're not the interactions aren't related. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, around that time is when it bugs out. I think it's just because the margin container... I think it's just because the positions aren't in place yet. Should I do this? Should I do callable dot from play in dot call deferred? Maybe that's what I should do. Hopefully that fixes it. Let's see. There we go. Okay, and just to make sure, I'm going to go to my remote tab. I'm going to go to my main, rooms, dungeon arena, wave manager. And yeah, there is no wave complete screen, which means it's been freed. Cool. All right, with all that fixed, now we are good to go into testing. Doing a playthrough here. Game is getting there. We're getting there. New demo by the end of the month is definitely doable. All right. Starting off with a health sacrifice. Ooh, let's do increase health. Let's see. Rune slots, rune slots. Let's do a DPS over there. I don't want to lose my existing rune slot, so I'm not going to do that. Let's do get down, Mr. President. That sounds good to me. All right, there we go. We got our little bodyguard. So I got 1 health and I spent it for my bodyguard. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Thunderstorm, increased stamina, or imaginary friend. Let's do imaginary friend. Gotta love that one. That's a good DPS increase there. That is, yeah, that's good for both guns. Let's put it there, I guess. Put that one over there. Should I do the gun scrambler? Look at all those bubbles. My right gun is very boring, so I'm gonna scramble the right gun actually. Okay. Ooh, we got something pretty good actually. 3 rune slots. And it shoots bananas. All right, let's do it. I cannot wait to fight the lowrider spider. I gotta get to wave 20 though, so I guess I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch. Oof. We're just, my bodyguard intercepted something. Yikes. Get down, Mr. President. It's a bodyguard. Yeah, that's one of my favorite passives for sure. I want to see the spider. Yeah, we're going to get there. I got to play really smart, though. Let's take increased health, so I've got some more survivability. Here we go. We want shock, so let's take that rune out of there, put it into that gun. That's a DPS increase. Yeah, I'll take that. Bananas and bubbles. Oof, my bodyguard just took another hit for me. Thunderstorm, increased health, berserk. Let's do another increased health, because if berserk comes up again, I think that's going to be really nice. Let's take that bullet pierce, put it there. Actually, you know what? That bullet pierce is actually good on that gun, so I'll take that. This increases my rune slots quite a bit. So let's put that on. Yeah, why not? Gotta figure out how to get more runes, though. There's an issue up here where some of the effects are spawning in the top left corner here. I don't know why that's happening. But we'll figure it out. I need to grab the gold. Sweet. Blazing Trails zap. We're kind of got a lightning build going on, so I'll do the zap. That's a DPS and rune slot increase. It's not really that great. Oh, that's a big DPS increase right there. Yeah, let's do that. First time playing first time seeing a playthrough and so hyped for SFX. The SFX are mostly in place. I just there's a couple of gaps I've been slacking on adding. Oof. I've been slacking on adding SFX. Sound effects. But yeah, it's kind of hard to show on stream with the music and everything, but maybe one of these days I'll go musicless stream and it'll be sound effects focused. Oof. I need some movement speed. That's what I need. I'm going like slow as molasses. Okay, we could take... Ooh, loot goblin though. You know we got to take the loot goblin. He's going to go grab some gold for me. Oh, and... Oh, he picked up a rune for me. Very nice. Very nice. There's another rune. Dang. Oof. I'm so glad I have that bodyguard. I've taken like 3 hits. And I haven't had any opportunities to heal yet either. Deal 75% increased bullet damage per 1 missing health. Increase health. Let's do another health. Why not? 5% chance to deal double damage. That's a big DPS increase for the right gun, so I'll put it there. Let's see what we got. Bullet tracking. Let's throw that on there. Let's throw bullet pierce on there. 5% chance to deal double damage. I can't really fit that anywhere right now, so I'm not going to. let's go ahead and move forward. Is Bullet Pierce even working? I don't think it is. Maybe the Bullet Pierce is not working. Oh, you know what? Ah, that's why. This needs to be 1+ handler arguments. Yeah, it needs to be 1+ handler arguments. So right now it's saying, oh, if you've got one instance of Bullet Pierce, then it's going to set the collisions remaining to 1. But of course, what it should be is it should be 1 by default. All bullets can hit at least one enemy plus the number of Bullet Pierce affixes you have. So I programmed that wrong, which is why it's not working. I'm not going to stop the run for that, but I'm glad I caught that. So resume. So unfortunately that affix is useless pretty much unless I get a second one. So I'm going to remove that from my gun after this wave and put something else in there. Geez, that spider was right up in my grill, man. Oof. Thunderstorm. Increased health. Let's go. I'm the health man. Take that out. Take that out. Cool. I do have an extra Bullet Pierce. Maybe I'll just throw that on and see if that works as well. Sell a couple of those. I could reforge, but I don't really want to spend my money on that right now. We gotta stay focused for the Rat King. Ooh, got healed. Okay. Ooh, we got a shop. Increased health again. I'm not gonna die. Ooh, this reduces my... That's a huge DPS increase, but I lose rune slots. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I guess I can. I'm gonna sell all of my Bullet Pierce actually. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. That's a good upgrade. Okay. Open shop. What do you got for me, sir? 15. That's a pretty good one. Hey, stop. Fire rate increases as magazine depletes. That would be a good affix to have. I'm kind of looking at this bubble receiver though. That's a big DPS increase. Or do I want to save my gold though? No, I might as well go for the DPS increase. Nice. All right, let's go. The Rat King. cheese meteors. Got him. The shop again? Ooh, that's a big DPS increase too. 18? Oh, I'm gonna be spending all my money. I don't want to spend all my money. What's been the most rewarding throughout your Gunforge journey? I don't know. I'm just having a lot of fun making it. I think, yeah, it's like the biggest serious game that I've made, so that's been fun. Doing all the art myself also is a lot of fun. I think this is the first serious effort I've made to like make a decent looking game using all the art that I've done. So yeah, there's a couple of aspects of it. All right, I gotta get through this run. Do I want to purchase this? That's the question. I might as well. Huge DPS increase. Let's do Berserk now. Maybe I'll try to intentionally take some damage now. Oh my gosh. So much DPS increase here. That's got bleed on it now. Speed. Ooh. Let's put that on the right gun. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Now we're going to be tearing things up. Hello, Christopher. I caught you while you were streaming. Yes, I'm here. Late night stream because I couldn't stream this morning, but I'm glad you're here. Those freaking bomber guy. Oh, wow. I'm doing so much DPS. Might need to tweak the growth of these a little bit, but growth of this damage. Oh, I want to take some damage intentionally just to get some extra DPS bonus. Okay. Now I'm going to do so much DPS. No, my health. Oh, I just took another damage though. So 75. So I'm doing like 300% extra damage. Oh my gosh, I can take it again. Let's do it. Oh, and the DPS just keeps going up. That's ridiculous. Ooh, I've got... Ooh, yes, the totem affix. We'll put that one on. Yes. Yes. Might as well grab that. And... I'm going to do this one. Yep, that sounds good to me. Sell all those for gold. So now I've got Berserk. So I'm doing 150% times 4 extra damage. I'm going to be tearing everything up. Might be a little bit OP. Are these guys not throwing bombs? Did I break something with them? No, they're throwing bombs, I guess. Ooh, I need to be careful. I actually need some health. I'm going to destroy the lowrider spider. You know what they say about not making multiplayer as your first game? Well, I am, but fortunately I found a really decent plugin for handling input actions per input device. Oh, it's a local multiplayer? Berserk times 3. Oh, goodness. I'm going to take the quickness, though. Increase bullet damage by 50% per empty rune slot. Well, don't mind if I do. Dang, this gun is going to be doing work. I'm just melting everything. Game probably still needs a little bit of balancing, but that's all right. Ooh, I actually feel better getting that health. Yes, a local puzzle versus game. Got it. Wrote the game in MVC for a lot of parts so that the state of the player could come from a remote source instead of locally with a bit of tweaking. Oh, nice. Berserk, Zap. Let's take Zap again. That's a straight upgrade for DPS, but it's not that much, so I'm just going to sell all these. I could reforge. Reforge again. Yeah, none of those are good. Okay, never mind. All right, we're on wave 14 now. Getting to the lowrider spider. That is the goal of this run. Ouch. Joke's on you, the more I'm damaged, the more damage I do. I could use some extra dash though, that's for sure. Ow. I'm gonna maybe not. I'm gonna hold off on major balancing to like the weapons and damage and stuff until I get the graveyard completed, because my plan is to just make the graveyard straight up tougher. So like the enemies having much more health and also more complicated attack patterns. Because the dungeon is supposed to be easy. Ooh, magma. When hitting burning targets though. I don't have anything that gives me burn. I don't have anything that gives me burn. Let's see if he sells burn. You didn't sell burn. I'm gonna grab a heal though. Yeah. Okay. All right. Wave 15, here we go. Oof. Those bodyguards are really doing work for me because I am not I am not dodging a lot of this stuff very well. Be the fuse. Or heal 1 health after each wave, but lose the ability to collect health globes. I don't think I want to do... Do I want to do that? No, I'll be the fuse. That works. Still got the magma, but I have no way of triggering magma. I don't have any flame. I don't have any flame anything. Oof. I was out of dash. I got hit by that pustule, but fortunately my bodyguard jumped in front of it for me. I'm actually in trouble here if I don't get any more heals. Oh no! I've got 2 health left. Okay, all right. I have to do focus mode now. I have to get to the lowrider spider. I have to. I will not let you all down. Guess I'm taking berserk. That's 200%, yeah. Nice. Magma, I want to use the magma, but... I don't have any flame stuff. Let's do a reforge a couple of times. I think I'm gonna need some more DPS here. Maybe. That increases my rune slots. So that will actually make me do more damage with those 2 runes right there. Oh boy, I've got 2 health. No! I might end up cheating and adding health to myself if I'm about to die. Because I want to get to the lowrider spider. I don't want to disappoint everyone. But I'm going to try to do it legit. But I am the developer, so that means I have God mode. But I'm hoping that like at least 1 or 2 health globes drops right here. Thing is, the health globe drop rate is really low without some of the meta upgrades. Oof. I've basically got 4 temporary health right now though because I've got 2 bodyguards. So it would just be nice to get like a health globe. Or if I could get a shop. If I could get a shop, that would be nice. Because then I could heal myself. Okay. That was a pretty good round. No shop? Are you kidding me? Inflict maximum blood stacks on all enemies when taking damage. I'm gonna just take the tag you're actually. Nothing good. That weapon explosion actually saved me. Come on, give me a health globe. Give me a health globe, come on. I want a health globe, please. Okay, well, we're almost there. We're almost to the lowrider spider. I'm not getting any events. Ooh, I can get another get down, Mr. President, though. Yes, please. Well, guess we're going. Yeah, I do remember you, Future Trunks. Yeah, the guy who doesn't speak English properly is from the future. You speak English just fine. Should have saved that intentional damage until later. Yeah. Well, I will admit that 2 of these hearts that are missing were not intentional. I was trying to hover at around 4 hearts, but I'm not doing so well. I've got 3 bodyguards now though, so like I'd have to be really bad to squander those. Oh, I squandered one. All right, here we go. Lowrider spider time. Give me a shot, please. Let me just heal once. Okay, a well. All right. Blood torrent. All right. Well, I didn't really want blood torrent, but that's all right. Zap times 3. I really only have 4 bullets on that one. Oh goodness, this might be a reforge time. Might as well sell those for money. Speed, number of bullets. That might be good actually. Yeah, that's fine. All right, here we go. Lowrider spider time. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, I'm destroying him. Wait, I gotta slow down a little bit. Oh, okay, never mind. I don't want to slow down anymore. Oh, that's right. He doesn't die anymore. Oh, he doesn't. Okay. Okay. I forgot that I don't have a proper death animation in place for him yet. No! No! Okay. All right, I made it. Okay. Cool. All right, I exited with 93 gold. All right. I destroyed him. I need to do more playtesting because I don't know if that was just a really good run in terms of damage or if I just made the game way too easy. But let's take that stamina regen and then let's see. Start each run with a free random rune. Might as well take that one as well. I have to animate this whole screen as well, so lots of work to do still. Cool, that was cool though. I got to the lowrider spider. I got to the lowrider spider. I just want to make this one change real quick and see if that works. Couldn't really catch him really well, but the animations are really on point. Thank you, yeah. Yeah, I gotta do some more playtesting, like I said, and see if that run was just a fluke or if I need to generally tone down the power of the player. But I just want to go into here real quick because I made this one change. Make sure that the bullets are still colliding with the walls. Okay, seems to be working. I can get rid of that. Okay. Fixes and tweaks. All right then. Well, I'm going to call the stream there. Couple hour stream, evening stream. So thank you all for being here and watching. Very much appreciate it. Want to call out again that if you want to support my work, you can check out the links in the description below. Pick up my Udemy courses to learn how to make a game in the Godot engine. I've got a new C# course, but I've also got a GDScript course that you can take a look at as well. Also, sign up for my email list at firebelly.com. Wishlist Gunforge if you like that little gameplay that you saw right there. Gunforge is aiming to come out within the next couple of months. So if it looks interesting, please wishlist that. And yeah, thank you all for watching. It was a pleasure having you all. And I'll see you in the next stream. So have a